Political and analysts say on the national level, the Latino voting bloc is trending in the direction of the Republican Party in this election.
ABC 10's Morgan Rynor covers all things politics, and there is disagreement on that trend happening here in California. Morgan?
Chris and Laura, in order to understand the present, it's important to know the past. When did the California Latino voting bloc become so blue? One of the main catalysts was almost 30 years ago when Republicans sponsored Proposition 187 called Save Our State that prohibited undocumented immigrants from accessing services like health care or public education.
Republican strategist Mike Madrid said California does not fit in with the national trend of Latino voters shifting Republican.
The way I look at it as somebody who's been studying this for decades now is there's this slow, gradual movement of Latino voters, of Hispanic voters, starting to reflect the overall electorate. A lot of this is causing a lot of deep consternation for Democrats who are concerned about slipping amongst their base, and a lot of opportunity for Republicans who feel that they can pick up this fastest growing segment of the electorate. Now, it's not happening in California, and it hasn't really happened in California in the past 25 or 30 years.
Why? First, he said Prop 187. Second, economics.
In California, again, there's a correlation between race and ethnicity and poverty and the lack of economic mobility. Poor people vote for Democrats, wealthy people vote for Democrats. The shrinking middle class in California tends to be more competitive for Republicans. There just aren't that many middle class voters in California anymore.
Political data analyst Paul Mitchell said on a national level, there's no doubt it's shifting right. But in California,
there is some open question about whether or not that's changing. A couple things I think are adding to that. One is Latinos are getting to be an older portion of the electorate, and with becoming an older portion of the electorate, might be becoming a little bit more moderate.
Jenny Sevilla-Corn, who has worked for the Bush administration and most recently the Trump administration as a Latino liaison, has no doubt about the trend in California.
In California, we're actually seeing the trends. Don't be fooled by Democrats who say, oh, well, Democrats still have a majority of the Hispanic vote. That's true. But what you really need to look at is the trend of Hispanics leaving the Democrat Party and joining the Republican Party.
Latinos make up about half of the population in California. Paul Mitchell said they are only 28% of the registered voters, and only about 20% of Latinos actually end up voting. So lawmakers are elected based on a population that doesn't actually reflect the makeup of the state.
That's interesting. Now, to put this in perspective, in Sacramento County alone, the Secretary of State says Democrats have gained 4% registered voters since 2018, and Republicans have lost 1%. Morgan, thank you.